Hey y'all, it's Saturday. NHRA is back there in Seattle, Washington. They've been off for a couple weekends for a break. Kind of boring around here. I did do a video on my car. If you hadn't checked that out, go check that out on my channel. Let's get down to what they started off. So it's Saturday, I said that. Last night they did have 2 runs. I'm filming as I go, so we're starting off with Top Fuel. They go into Saturday with Steve Torrance, #1 qualifier, with a 368, 335 miles an hour. The Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge is first up. That is the previous race semis race each other during qualifying for extra bonus cash and points. Now everybody wants those points, especially it's getting closer and closer to that countdown, so they're really digging for that. It started off with Justin Ashley against Antron Brown.
Off the line first, Justin Ashley, and he's going to win it 390 with a 3 at 315 miles per hour. Antron goes 3.906, only 303 miles per hour. Antron had a cylinder out.
Ashley takes out Antron. It was a 45 on the tree to a 390. Antron was 69 on the tree to a 390. So they were right there together. Difference on the tree. That Justin Ashley, he's no joke. Second pair up was Doug Coletta over Steve Torrance.
You may have poked the bear when you allowed Doug to get his first world title. Torrance and Coletta for a trip to the finals. Oh, Steve double step. Doug's 007 because of it. He smokes the tires. A coast fest. It's Doug Coletta on a hole shot. 434 beats a 423 in one of the wackiest pairs of Top Fuel we've seen all year. Steve Torrance double stepped. Doug Coletta slammed the gas. He was 007. Doug with a super comp light to win it on a hole shot over Steve Torrance, who goes a quicker 423 and could not get there. Wow, the big go. U.S. Nationals instant replay. Watch again. Steve stages. Here comes Doug. Does he flicker the bulb? Not really, but Steve, the double step, pop, pop. Doug just slammed on it. The big reaction time advantage. Almost 1.5 tenths of a second that Doug got off the line first, and in a coast fest to the 1,000-foot mark. Doug got there first.
And that was a wild one. Doug Coletta takes him out, 007 on the tree, 434 for the win. Steve-O double steps it, 165 on the tree, 423 for the loss. So it will be in the little final of the challenge race, Justin Ashley against Doug Coletta. Funny car, we go into Saturday with Austin Prock as #1, 383. That is 328 miles an hour, which is no shot because he has been on fire. I know y'all probably heard they have announced that they will be getting a substitute driver for John Force's car coming back in Brainerd. They said they will be finalizing it. They hope to be finalized and done with whatever, like contracts or whatever they got to do after Seattle. So we should know who is it going to be, and I had put a poll up on my channel because who do y'all think it's going to be? Who would you like to see? I know I have a couple of opinions of what I would like to see. I know they probably need to already have their license for one. A lot of people, there probably ain't a lot of people, but who do you want? Who do you think? It's going to be in the Mission Food Too Fast, Too Tasty. Austin Prock versus Bob Tasca.
Aaron Brooks for a trip to the finals in the Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge. It's Tasca off the line first by 2 thou, but it's Austin Prock driving to the win. 398, 318 miles per hour. Austin Prock takes Cornwell Quality Tools, Flavor Pack, and JFR into its 5th, make that 6th consecutive final in the Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty challenge.
Well, all right, like I said, he's been on fire. Austin takes out Bob Tasca, 398, 318 to Tasca's, he had issues, 467. So then the next pair is going to be Ron Capps versus Matt Hagen.
For the right to face off against the funny car points leader, Austin Prock in the final. Hagen off the line first. Good drag race. Ron Capps got him 402, 315 miles per hour. Matt Hagen put a bunch in the bank on the starting line with an 0.55 reaction time, but he had to drive the wheels off that thing down there at the track, and Ron Capps was able to drive around him.
Caps takes out Hagen. That was a pretty good race. Hagen looked like he had a little issues towards the end. Good for Caps. He's been on the struggle bus, so it's going to be Austin Prock versus Ryan Caps. Pro Stock car going into Saturday, the champ, Erica Ender, 650, 209 miles an hour, but she's not in the Mission Food Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. Is going to kick it off with Aaron Stanfield, who's been on fire, versus Derek Kramer.
Unintentionally. Get biofuels. That's Derek Kramer on the right side. Aaron Stanfield for JHG, Melly, the Janik brothers on the left. KB Titan Power on the right, and Elite Motorsports House Car on the left. Aaron Stanfield, winner of the last two Pro Stock races, semifinals off and running. It's Double A Ron, putting 29,000 in the bag with the clutch. And Derek Kramer doesn't have anything for him. 650, 6'2", 208. Aaron Stanfield heads to the final round. Mission Food's Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge.
Aaron Stanfield still stays on that hot streak. 656, 208 takes out Derek Kramer, 659, 209. Next up will be Mason McGahey versus Dallas Glenn.
For all the success that Dallas has had getting here, he hasn't really gone a lot of rounds on the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. Identical reaction times. Wow, what a race this is. Look at Mason McGahey drive away. 657, 210 miles per hour. There are not a whole lot of times this year that you could say this. Mason McGahey drives away from a KB Titan machine and into the final round of the Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge.
What a race. Mason McGahey takes out the points leader, Dallas Glenn. They were dead even on the tree, 33 to 33. 657 takes out 659, 210 miles an hour to 208. Mason McGahey versus Aaron Stanfield to the finals. And I forgot to mention, Corey Reed from Pro Stock Motorcycle makes his debut in Pro Stock. Friday night, his second hit on the car, he went 653, 209 miles an hour. He drove it like he knew how to drive it and did a dang good job. So be interesting to watch him. Pretty cool to come from one category to the other. That's always cool for me to see. Pro Stock Motorcycle going into Saturday. No shocker, Gage Herrera, #1 qualifier, 673, 201 miles an hour. They kicked it off, Mission Food Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. Matt Smith versus Gage's teammate, Richard Gadsden, on the Vance & Hines bike.
Aboard the Vance & Hines Suzuki and Matt Smith. Smith off the line first. Does he have enough? Yes, 675, 201. Matt Smith to the finals of the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. Better reaction time, better performance, rides away from that Vance & Hines Suzuki. Richard goes 676.9 at 199. Matt Smith goes to the finals of the Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge.
Well, they was rolling. Matt Smith takes out Gadsden, 33 to a 35 on the tree, 675 to Gadsden 676, 201 miles an hour to Gadsden's 199. Matt moves on to the final. And then next up is Gage Herrera versus the other Denso bike, Matt Smith Racing, John Hall.
Can John Hall slay the giant again? Well, he had 100 in the bank up here. No chance down there. 6.803, 199, Gage Herrera for the win. 6.83.8, 198 for John Hall. Gage Herrera was vulnerable. He was there for the beating. He would have lost to both of the other semifinalists, but he had enough.
Now that was kind of surprising that they didn't go as fast as Matt and Gadsden. Gage takes out John Hall. He was there for the taking, like they said. 33 on the tree to John's 23 on the tree. Gage 680 to 683 and 199 to 198. Gage takes him. Matt versus Gage in the final. Top Fuel Challenge final. Justin Ashley versus the champ, Doug Coletta.
Doug Coletta was the most recent Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge victor. For the points, the money, and the tips, it's Justin Ashley off the line first. And it's Justin Ashley to the stripe, 389.03, 115 miles per hour. Justin Ashley with his third Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty win of the year. He won it in Charlotte, he won it in Chicago, and he wins it here.
Justin Ashley takes out the champ, Doug Coletta. He's 59 to Doug's 74. Runs 389, 315 to Doug's 395, 286. Obviously, Doug had some issues over there. Looked like he had some cylinders out. That's Justin's third challenge win this season. Torrance kept the number one from last night, the 368. And brother report, Clay Milligan. First session, he had a cylinder out. They shut him off about half track. And then last night, he went 376, 319. Today, first session, 383, 317. He was the quickest of the session.
The play NHRA odds are going to skyrocket. That's a little bit better. 383, 317 miles per hour, Clay Milligan. 389, 311 miles per hour, Tony Stewart.
So that was good to see. And then this last session
is over the pond from Australia, hanging out this weekend as well. Tony Stewart, direct connection, Mopar machine, trying to move on to the number 10 spot. Good side-by-side lap there for the Heat, the 397. They both were out of it early. 397.8, 240 miles per hour for Clay Milligan in a cloud of smoke on the top end. 412, 226, Tony Stewart. And there is a bunch of fluid coming out of the back of Clay Milligan's car down there.
put a rod out, blowed it up, put some oil on the track, so that was not good to see. He ends up ninth. He'll face Sean Reed tomorrow morning, and here's how they all will line up tomorrow. Funny car final, Austin Prock versus Ron Capps.
Before we get to the countdown, in his first full year in funny car, Austin double bulbs Ron Capps. And Capps leaves on him. At the stripe, Austin got him anyways. 399 at 320 miles per hour and a cloud of smoke on the top end for Austin Prock.
Heck of a race. Austin takes him. He was 399 to Capps' 401. That is Austin's 5th challenge win this season. He just like I always say it, he amazes me. He does keep that number 1 with 383, and this is how they will line up tomorrow. Pro Stock Challenge final is going to be Aaron Stanfield versus Mason McGahey.
Championship points in play as Aaron Stanfield and Mason McGahey square off in the Mission Foods final round at Pacific Raceways. Red light, Mason McGahey. 007 too soon, and Aaron Stanfield goes 6:55. 208 miles per hour, and he's going to pick up a couple of bonus points as he's second low of the round as well. 6:57.8, 209 for Mason McGahey. 7th Al red is the number.
Well, dang. Mason went 7 red. He ran 6:57. Aaron's 15 on the tree, runs 6:55. That's his first challenge win this season. So congrats to them. And then Erica Enders keeps the number 1 qualifying, 6:52.09. And this is how they gonna line up tomorrow. Pro Stock Motorcycle, Gage Herrera versus Matt Smith.
But in Bristol, Richmond, and Norwalk, he couldn't get out of the first round. Matt Smith knocked him down twice in that run. and was the winner of the Too Fast, Too Tasty in both Bristol and Richmond. Red light, Matt Smith throws it away on the starting line. And Gage Herrera goes 6.74.5 at 200 miles per hour. Matt Smith goes 201.43. I do believe that is the second fastest run in the history of this track, behind his wife earlier today. But Gage Herrera with his third Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge win of 2024.
Well, the red light comes on Matt's side, 29,000 red, 678 to Gage's 28 on the tree, 674. That's his third challenge win. He also keeps the number one qualifier from yesterday. That was 673. And this is how they're going to line up tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing. I'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday recap. And if you hadn't checked out my link for the sick merch, I got the link in the description. It has this shirt, all the cool merch, hats. Clay's got new shirts on there. Go check it out. Use my link. That just shows them I sent you. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.